What's up, guys? This is Jensen and welcome to another video. So there was breaking news today in the NFL. The Los Angeles Rams releasing Todd Gurley, their prized running back, the guy whom they gave at the time the biggest contract in NFL history for a running back, and it backfired miserably on the LA Rams. Obviously Todd Gurley now, he's a big injury risk because of that arthritic knee, and you can see last year after we figured out about the arthritic knee, when you look at Todd Gurley last year, he really wasn't the same. He kind of lost his dynamic ability, his elusiveness, his speed. It was all kind of affected by that knee. And that's really concerning for him heading into free agency. I don't think the market's going to be as robust as everyone thinks it is. A lot of people are rumoring that Todd Gurley could end up on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think that's a bad idea for the Buccaneers because when we look at Todd Gurley, he's no longer the type of workhorse you can rely on, and I think that's what they need for Brady. If I'm the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I think that they need to sign Melvin Gordon, or they need to draft Jonathan Taylor out of Wisconsin in the NFL draft because they really need a true workhorse running back. That's not what Todd Gurley is at this point, in my opinion. I think there's a dude who can handle about 5 to 10 carries a game, maybe more occasionally. This dude, he's not the guy you're going to lean upon as a workhorse, but rather I think he's more of a goal line back. He's a dude who's a part of the rotation. But no longer are we looking at Todd Gurley as this dude who's a star running back, a guy who can handle 20 carries a game. That's no longer Todd Gurley. I'm calling on my Chicago Bears to sign Todd Gurley. And I know that it might cost a little bit of money, but I think that reasonably, if it can be around $3 million, I think that would be a good deal for the Bears. I think $3 million is realistic because when we look at the variety of options that are available in the NFL draft, when we look at guys like Swift from Georgia, Jonathan Taylor, like I mentioned, from Wisconsin, there are multiple studs in this draft. So I don't think a lot of teams are going to really want to sign a running back like Todd Gurley, who's an injury risk. But if you're the Chicago Bears, you don't really have any legit draft picks right now other than 2 second-round picks. You're not going to waste draft capital on getting a change-of-pace running back, in my opinion. There are bigger needs. I think that secondary depth could be important for the Bears. Obviously, some O-linemen. I think that if you're going to draft a running back, I don't think that's wise for the Bears. So you sign a guy like Todd Gurley. I still think this dude can handle around 5 to 10 carries a game. And this is not a shot against David Montgomery. I still don't think this dude is going to be a star. I think that last year Matt Nagy didn't use him correctly, but you could see how much potential this dude has. But as the 49ers showed us last year, if you don't have a running back like Derrick Henry who you can really lean upon, the best strategy if you don't have a guy like Derrick Henry is to get multiple running backs who can be the guy and then just run the hot hand like Kyle Shanahan rode last year. Obviously, we saw multiple guys with the 49ers last year. We're talking about Matt Breida, Raheem Mostert, Tevin Coleman, and they rode those guys all the way to the Super Bowl. So I think if you're the Chicago Bears and you have David Montgomery, even though he's a stud, you wouldn't really call him Derrick Henry-like by any stretch of the imagination. Tariq Cohen is obviously a nice running back, but you don't really run him straight down the middle like I would want right now. I think the Bears need to get a guy who can run straight down the middle. Tariq Cohen's doing more of the receiving work. So you get a guy like Todd Gurley, 6'1", 230 pounds. He's still a big body. I still think you could use him around the goal line. Every once in a while, you can use him to give David Montgomery a break. No doubt about it, David Montgomery is still going to be the guy in Chicago. But, Todd Gurley, you could use him every once in a while. I think it benefits him to have a guy like Nick Foles, who is a quarterback there in Chicago now. Nick Foles, what do we remember him benefiting off of? He benefited off the run-pass option, play action, getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Well, guess what? Todd Gurley with the LA Rams, that's what he helped with Jared Goff, a similar type of guy. I think that Nick Foles is better than Jared Goff, honestly, because he's more clutch, stuff like that. But it's the same type of guy. The same type of guys, they both benefit off play action, pass, stuff like that. So why not add a guy like Todd Gurley, I think? I think that would be very nice for the Chicago Bears. You can have multiple guys, a three-headed monster in Chicago, David Montgomery, Todd Gurley, and Tariq Cohen. That's going to create nightmares for the rest of the NFL, in my opinion. I think that Nick Foles is the guy, but if you're the Chicago Bears, you don't want to just leave him without any weapons. Nick Foles is dangerous with the weapons, as we saw in Philadelphia. When he had Zach Ertz and Alshon Jeffrey, guys like that, He was dominating. He was amazing. It was Foles magic. He was absolutely sensational in the playoffs. So I think that if you're the Chicago Bears, you had the opportunity to add Todd Gurley for $3 million on a one-year contract. I think that that's absolutely worth it for Chicago. And I'm calling out the Chicago Bears. Ryan Pace, sign Todd Gurley. This could be huge. This could greatly help out Nick Foles if everything works out right. But, I mean, we'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Please like and subscribe. I'll be providing more NFL and NBA hot takes as the season goes on. And have a good day. Remember to follow me on Twitter, Jensen Sports, where we'll be keeping up with NFL free agency until its conclusion. See y'all later.